Hi, in this video I'm going to be doing what is called the bare minimum makeup look. I was going to call it the no makeup look, but I'm going to be using some makeup, so I cannot call it a no makeup look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my skin. First I'm going to use the Voluform Eye Renewal Cream. I'm going to pat that under my eyes. And I'm going to use like just a tiny bit. That's probably going to be too much. So I could always, it's got that little applicator up under there. I can put the excess back in the tube. And so I'm going to apply a little of that under the eye, and that's from the Time-Wise Repair line. Put that under my eyes, and I'm just going to dab that with my ring finger. Okay, and now after that I'm going to use the Mary Kay under eye corrector, and I believe this is going to be the light peach. Now this is a sample, and this spreads a lot. I'm going to use like that much, maybe a little more. Really a dot. I'm going to use that up under each eye. That's all I've got, those two swipes. And dab that under each eye. That's our under eye corrector step. Now I do those first because I'm going to be putting sunscreen over the rest of my face, and if you know anything about sunscreen, you do not want to get that in your eyes. So Mary Kay has two formulas. We've got the Mary Kay 30 SPF 30. This was for face, and then we have the SPF 50, which is for face and body. Now the difference is the 30 has a consistency of a thicker cream. So with that, you can see it's a thicker cream. And then the SPF 50, it's got a consistency. I'm not sure I can do that. I'd have to do that in my hand because it's got a consistency of a lotion. So see, it's got a consistency of a lotion. I'll need a little bit more than that for my neck. So I'll use the 50 on my neck and lower. And then I'll use the 30 on my face. And if I have too much, I'll just use the rest going down. And so I'll step back a little bit, dab this on the sides. And then rub it in. I wear sunglasses outside and readers inside work, so it won't matter that I put it on my nose, because since I'm not going to use any foundation, it's not going to be nothing's going to be coming off. So there we go, sunscreen. I kind of skip, I go like right up under, I don't go too close to the eye. And then on the sides, I was gonna say I skip my forehead because I'm gonna be using eyeliner to create my eyebrows. Now here's the SPF 50 to go down. I will have a shirt on, a work shirt, which is like a t-shirt. But walking away to work, this is gonna be exposed, so I put the sunscreen all the way down here, up behind my ears. I'm gonna be walking towards the sun. It's only a 15-minute walk, but still, I'm putting sunscreen on. Got my camera a little high, but you get the gist. And then let that settle in a little bit. Put the excess on my elbows. And then that's it for those. Now I'm gonna create my eyebrows. I was gonna try to do this without my glasses, but since I'm close with this mirror, let's see if I can do it without my glasses. Okay, and I go up the side of the nose here. I'll start with a line here. Do the same on the other side. Make sure they're even. And then I will just fill it in and go up, arch, down. Then if I want to make them thicker, I'll go in a little bit more. And there's an eyebrow. Now this is old school Mary Kay, old school Maybelline eyeliner, but I use it when I run out of my Mary Kay because it is classic. Now it's a softer formula now. Now back in the day we used to have to warm it up with a lighter. And then I'll try to make those as even as possible. This one could probably come in a little bit more. Messing it up because that one's thicker.